$407,398.60 to provide GIS services to the city of New Haven.
Is there anyone going to deny unanimous consent? Seeing none, Ms. Majority Leader.
I move the item. Second.
The item has been moved and seconded. Discussion. Seeing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? The item passed, Ms. Majority Leader.
Thank you, Madam President. Under unanimous consent, I ask you to see item number 3 from the City Budget Director and Acting Controller submitting an order authorizing the mayor to accept CARES Act funding awarded from the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development for Community Development Block Grant Coronavirus CDBG-CV3 funds.
Is there anyone going to deny unanimous consent? Seeing none, Ms. Majority Leader.
I move the item. Second.
The item has been moved and seconded. Discussion. I call on order from Ward 29.
Thank you, Madam President. It feels good to be back, people. Thank you again for this meeting. This particular item is the grant that's for $1.3 million that we look at homelessness. I just want to thank the co-chairs and the other co-chairs and the committee that I actually have support on this item.
I will now call on order from Ward 26.
Thank you, Madam President. I stand in support of this item. It's vitally important that we ensure that our homeless population is provided with the best of care during these tough times. Thank you, Madam President.
Is there any further discussion? Seeing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? The item passes, Ms. Majority Leader.
Thank you, Madam President. I ask you to see item number 4 from the Community Services Administrator submitting a resolution authorizing the mayor of the city of New Haven to accept a grant award from the Community Foundation Greater New Haven in the amount of $8,778 from the COVID-19 Community Fund for the period of December 1, 2020 to March 30, 2021 to support the purchase of groceries and prepared meals for clients staying at the Village Suites in our hotel during the cold weather months, and to execute, acknowledge, implement, and deliver any and all such documents as may be considered necessary or appropriate for this transaction.
Is there anyone going to deny unanimous consent? Seeing none, Ms. Majority Leader.
I move the item. Second.
The item has been moved and seconded. Discussion. Seeing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? The item passes, Majority Leader.
Thank you, Madam President. As we say, item number 5, order or action Item 5, order concerning real property taxes of American Alicia, motor vehicle tax accounts 806696, 821465, 806699, 821467, 806698. 821466, 789 351, and 789 350. 6, order concerning real property taxes to Dolores R. Williams, motor vehicle tax accounts 107637 and 107584. 7, order concerning real property taxes of Darius F. Connor, motor vehicle tax accounts 60531, 60774, 824, 094, 60530, 60779, 60532, 60775, 60529, 60778, 60777, 60776, 60534, and 60533. 8, order concerning real property taxes of Hobbiton M. Wright on motor vehicle tax accounts 707170, 819-864-740-317 and 805-634. 9, order concerning real property taxes with Jason and Davis. I move the tax accounts 615-906-676-738-676-739 and 676-740. 10, order concerning real property taxes and residential paid off. Move the tax accounts 67208 and 66863. 11, order concerning real property taxes on Sando Fuentes, motor vehicle tax accounts 930-255, 930-256, and 68028. 12, order concerning real property taxes of $71, motor vehicle tax accounts 71342 and 86062. My apologies if I messed up any of the numbers. They are moving around my paper.
Is there anyone going to deny unanimous consent? Seeing none, Ms. Majority Leader.
I move these items, Madam President. Second.
The items have been moved in second. I call on order from Ward 16.
President, I just want to ask this board that because these procedures that come before us asking for assistance with the interest, they're willing to pay the taxes in full. And so we're going to be able to receive a total of $3,600 in taxes. So I urge support of the board to waive the interest. There is a decision respecting the
Any further discussion? Seeing none, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? The item passes, Majority Leader.
Thank you, Madam President. I know communications 13 through 21. And I know first readings 22. Bringing us to second readings. I move items A through F. Automatic affairs favorable. A, order the New Haven Board of Alders approving the appointment of Barbara Reed to the Board of Fire Commissioners. B, order the New Haven Board of Alders approving the appointment of Darrell Brooks to the Board of Police Commissioners. C, order the New Haven Board of Alders approving the appointment of Yoon Suk George Lee to the Board of Assessment Appeals. D, order of the New Haven Board of Alders approving the appointment of Marcel Avalar Coles to the Commission on Disabilities. E, order of the New Haven Board of Alders approving the reappointment of Wendy Mondillo to the Civil Service Board. F, order of the New Haven Board of Alders approving the reappointment of Carmen Rodriguez to the Civil Service Board. Second.
The items have been moved in second. Discussion. I call on order from Ward 24.
Thank you, Madam President. On Monday, June 28, 2021, the Automatic Affairs Committee met, and we would like to favorably recommend these appointees. The appointees who were required to attend our meeting came before the committee and spoke on their willingness to serve the city. I urge colleagues to vote favorably in support of these appointees. Thank you, Madam President.
Any further discussion? I call on order from Ward 16.
Thank you, Madam President. I just want to single out Chrysalis and our goals for item D. The Commission on Disabilities, she has spent over 20 years working with family members of herself, treating people with disabilities. She has a wealth of information. She has a passion and she is willing to do so. So I certainly urge you to support item D for Chrysalis and our goals to be approved for this mission. Thank you.
Any further discussion? Seeing none, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? The item passes, Majority Leader.
Thank you, Madam President. I move item 24, Automatic Affairs, leave to withdraw. Or granting leave to withdraw to the communication to approve the appointment of Ian Christmas to the Solid Waste and Recycling Authority Board. Second.
The item has been moved in second. Discussion. I call on order from Ward 24.
Thank you, Madam President. On June 28th, the Automatic Affairs Committee met and we would like to give this item leave to withdraw. Currently, there are no vacancies on this board, and that's our reason for the request. Thank you, Madam President.
Any further discussion on the leave to withdraw? Seeing none, all in favor, say aye. Aye. Any opposed, any abstentions? The item is now leave to withdraw. Mr. Majority Leader.
Thank you, Madam President. Continue agenda item 25, city services and environmental policy favorable, A and B. A, Order of the Newton Board of Alders extending residential parking zone 2 to include a non-permitted, unrestricted parking section on the north side of Huntington Street, running down from, but not including 23 Huntington Street to Whitney Avenue. B, Order of the Newton Board of Alders approving a 5-year lease agreement by and between the city of New Haven and CPEN Community Placemaking Engagement Network Incorporated for programming at 227 through 231 Shelton Avenue and 131 through 133 Hazel Street at a rent of $1 per year. Second.
The item has been moved in second. Discussion. I call on order from Ward 18.
Thank you, Madam President. On Thursday, July 1st, 2021, City Service and Environmental Policy Grant, we would like to recommend this favorable this item. This applies to a small section of approximately 100 feet of Huntington Street between 23 Huntington Street and Whitney Avenue. Community members, including the First Presbyterian Church located here, has come together to request this section to be included in the residential parking zone. I urge my colleagues to vote favorably to support this item. Item B, we'd like to favorably recommend this item. CPEN has been using and maintaining these sliver lines over the past several years to engage in community and various activities to promote learning and community activities. I urge my colleagues to vote favorably to support these items. Thank you, Madam President.
Any further discussion? I call on order from Ward 19.
Thank you, Madam President. I am here to speak about A, and I urge your support. This is a small section of Huntington Street where we have issues with parking. We have a church there. We have a school across the street, and Whitney Avenue is a busy area. And they do need some place to park because people jump on the bus and the yellow shuttle. So I urge your support on this item. Thank you.
Any further discussion? Seeing none, all in favor, say aye.
Alder Winter, I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry, Alder Winter. I call on order from Ward 21.
Thank you, Madam President. I would like to thank CPEN, the Community Placemaking Engagement Network, neighborhood residents, and especially Doreen and Bubakar for their tireless efforts to transform this corner, which used to be known as the Mud Hole, into a beautiful community gathering space we know today as the Learning Corridor. This lease will allow CPEN to expand community gardening and other programming by giving CPEN a 5-year lease that lots adjacent to the Learning Corridor green space. I urge my colleagues to support. Thank you, Madam President.
All right, let's try this again now. Is there any further discussion?
Nobody on the left. Okay.
I take a little while. These eyes can't see that good. I'm making sure. Okay, seeing none. Now, all in favor, say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Any abstention? Item passes. Majority Leader.
Thank you, Madam President. I move item 26, community development favorable. Resolution approving the disposal of a parcel of land. Portion of 200 Erie Avenue in the form of a defined traffic easement to state of Connecticut Department of Transportation. Second.
The item has been moved in second. Discussion. I call on order from Ward 2.
Thank you, Madam President. 200 Derby Avenue is West River Memorial Park. The portion that the city will deed to the state is at the corner of Route 1 and Route 10, which will allow the state to install and maintain traffic signalization at this intersection including proposed pedestrian ramps, pedestrian push buttons, and signals where none currently exist. In the last year alone, 4 of the 20 pedestrian fatalities involving motor vehicles statewide have occurred or at or within a quarter mile of this intersection, thereby underscoring the importance of the installation of the pedestrian safety improvements as quickly as possible at this location. I urge your support. Thank you.
Any further discussion? I call on order from Ward 7.
Thank you, Madam President. I strongly support the transfer and sale of this land to the state to enable pedestrian traffic signals and other pedestrian safety measures on El Raza Boulevard where it intersects with Columbus Avenue and Orange Avenue. I walk all over the city and believe this is the most dangerous intersection to cross in the city. A few years ago, I was walking to Columbus House and stood at the intersection for about 10 minutes without ever having the light in my favor, making it feel like I could cross safely. I called then director of TTMP, Doug Posley, and told him I was at the worst intersection in the city for pedestrians, and he knew right where I was without my telling him. Meanwhile, many people, including folks who stay at Columbus House, have to attempt to cross this intersection every day. Given the awful infrastructure for pedestrians, it's sadly not surprising that, as my colleague said, 4 pedestrians were killed at this location in 2020. Another pedestrian was hit here as recently as July 24th. We must make it safer before more people are killed here. I strongly encourage my colleagues to vote in support of this, and I do hope that this change can happen before 2023, as reported at the community development hearing, because it's alarming to think about this dangerous situation remaining for a year and a half more, putting more lives at risk. Thank you.
Any further discussion? Seeing none, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? The item passes. Let's let Jordan hear.
Thank you, Madam President. I move item 27, Health and Human Services favorable. A resolution of the New Haven Board of Aldermen endorsing the Medicare for All Act of 2021. Second.
The item has been moved in second. Discussion, I call on order from Ward 26.
Thank you, Madam President and honorable colleagues. You will allow me a moment to rise in support of this item from the Health and Human Services Committee in support of the New Haven Medicare for All resolution. The COVID-19 pandemic has forced a moment of reckoning on the United States here in Connecticut, as weaknesses and inequities in our healthcare system have been laid bare for all to see. With the pandemic's toll falling disproportionately on the most vulnerable among us, the path toward recovery has been through robust, accessible, and free public health services like testing and vaccination. There are many reasons for the inequalities, but one clearly stands out: access to adequate healthcare insurance coverage, which varies widely according to the person's ethnicity, income, age, citizenship, and employment status. As of 2019, more than 200,000 people lacked the proper medical care insurance, mostly in cities like New Haven. Many more have lost their coverage since the pandemic, and it is doubtless that many more are underinsured, with high copays and deductibles that make healthcare out of reach despite coverage. While Access of Connecticut, Marketplace, and State Husky Program offer many, it is clear that they do not fill every gap. Medicare for All would also provide our city's budget urgently needed savings. As an employer, the city of New Haven is responsible for providing its workers with competitive health insurance plans. Between 2016 and 2021, those costs rose by 15% to nearly $85 million. These costs will only continue to rise unless something drastic is done. Medicare for All will not only allow New Haven to remain competitive as an employer, but most importantly, to offer tax relief to residents as employee health care costs are shared. On June 24th, the Board of Alders Health and Human Services Committee voted unanimously to support the non-binding resolution endorsing Medicare for all. And its purpose is sent to a message to our congressional representative, Rosa DeLauro, and the rest of our state's delegation in Washington, D.C. We need Medicare for all now. The resolution is here before us. We're asking for support. There are hundreds of residents that have reached out to this board from every corner of the city, asking that this resolution be passed. Therefore, I ask each and every one of you to support. Thank you.
I will now call on order from Ward 25.
Thank you, Madam President. I rise in support of this item. The health system in this country is in deep crisis. We spend far more per capita than any other nation, and yet our outcomes are no better than middle of the pack. In addition, far too many residents, particularly the poor, particularly people of color, lack access to affordable, high-quality care. I do support a move toward a single-payer system that guarantees that everyone has access to quality care and that no one has to go bankrupt because of medical bills. This resolution helps to add to the growing chorus of voices who clamor for meaningful reform. I have no doubt that our good friends in the federal delegation, especially our dear friend and champion Rosa DeLauro, will hear us and work hard on this issue. They have done so much already to champion expanded medical coverage for working people, especially women and children. Again, I stand in favor of this resolution, and I ask my colleagues to vote yes. Thank you, Madam President.
Any further discussion? I'll call on order from Ward 9.
Thank you, Madam. Thank you, Madam President. I had to get my mask on here with my glasses. I also rise in favor of this resolution. Just to put an urgent point on what my colleagues have already said, there was a study last month from the Kaiser Foundation, which found that out of the folks who are still unvaccinated, that the biggest group of folks who have not yet gotten the vaccine are people who are uninsured. It's not a culture war question. It's a question of people either don't understand that it's free or they don't have a medical provider that they know and trust. And so as the Delta variant is, putting our very tenuous recovery at risk, I can't help but think how things might be different if people actually have access to affordable, high quality, accessible healthcare whenever they need it. So I urge my colleagues to support. Thank you, Madam President.
Any further discussion? Seeing none, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Item passes.
Thank you, Madam President. Under April to amend the matter previously adopted from Alder E. Rodriguez, submitting on behalf of the Executive Director of the local city, in order approving the amendment to land disposition agreement LDA at 139 Button Street to extend the expiration of the related board of Alders order. Second.
The item has been moved in second discussion. I call on order from Ward 4.
Thank you, Madam President. The amendment allows the land disposition agreement more time toward improving its housing and successful and spaces for New Haven Hill residents. Thank you, Madam President.
Any further discussion? Seeing none, all in favor, say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Any abstentions? Item passes. Majority.
Madam President, I move to suspend section 24-1-A.
The item has been moved in second discussion. Seeing none, all in favor, say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Item passes. Majority.
Thank you, Madam President. Under the suspension agenda, I move communications item 29. And no, I don't move it. I know communications item 29, but I do move to close suspension. Section 24-1-A.
Sure. The item has been moved in second discussion. Seeing none, favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, any abstentions? And before a motion to adjourn is appropriate, I will now call on points of personal privilege. I call on order from Ward 24.
Thank you, Madam President. Honorable colleagues, please join me in wishing all the Walker Myers happy birthday. which I think is on-
Are there any more points of personal privilege? I call on order from Ward 27.
Nine.
Thank you, Madam President. I just want to, thank everyone for bearing with me. I did not see anything on this agenda tonight. My glasses are blurry, so please excuse me for any mistakes that may have made reading. And I also want to thank my colleague from the 16th Ward for letting me use his computer and magnifying the agenda so I can see.
I will now call on colleague from Ward 29.
Thank you, Madam President. I would like to invite everyone to Beaver Hills' first block party. Bringing people together, August 7th between 6 and, between 12 and 6. I'm asking all my colleagues to come out, please come out. We're gonna have some vendors. We're gonna have Griffin Hospital come out and give free vaccination to the community. We're gonna have, Eli Whitney table. We're gonna have the people get ready. We're gonna have the salsa, Alisa. We're gonna have, MC, right? We're gonna have the mouse house for the kids. We're gonna have some barbecue. I'm gonna put on an apron and do some hamburgers and hot dogs, right? So please come out, it's a day of fun. It's for the community. It's the first annual Ward 29 cookout for all of Beaver Hills. And I can't stand here without giving my sister a shout out for her birthday, Peaches. Happy birthday.
Are there any more points of personal privilege? I call on order from Ward 9.
30.
Thank you, Madam President. I wanted to give a special shout out to two of our colleagues who are not here this evening, who are Alder Marks, who are currently in Washington, DC with the Poor People's Campaign and Unite Here, participating in a massive protest for voting rights. Voting rights, as everyone here knows, are under assault in this country. For me, I think for a lot of us here, it means having to refight battles that we thought our parents or our grandparents had already won, which can be extremely disheartening. But I know through actions that we've taken as a board, both in terms of legislation and in terms of individual members, important activism, that gives me a lot of hope in this moment. And so I feel very grateful to Alder Servant Marks for participating in that. Thank you, Madam President.
Call on order from Ward 30.
Thank you, Madam President. I too rise and want to invite the members of the board to our first block party in 30, which will be August 30th from 12 noon to 4. We will have Lucky Star Bus giving out free food, Cotton Canyon Snow Cone, also Michael Mills and Rhythms, a DJ, Dunk Tank, Bouncy House, and we're also gonna have a food demo that's gonna be cooking. I also want to ask my colleagues to please keep me in your prayers. I will be going for surgery on August 19th for a full knee replacement. Yes, I am kind of scared, but just keep me in your prayers. Thank you.
I will now call on colleague from Ward 25.
Thank you, Madam President. I invite my colleagues and everyone here to support my Closer to Free ride. On Saturday, September 11th, I will take part in my 8th ride to support cancer treatment and cancer research at Smilow Cancer Hospital and the Yale Cancer Center. And I will ride in memory of my father, who passed just over a year ago. Thank you, Madam President.
Are there any more points of personal privilege? Seeing none, a motion to adjourn is appropriate.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All right, nobody's opposed, I can tell. Have a good night. Everyone continue to be safe. Continue to wear your mask, continue to use hand sanitizer, continue to wash your hands, continue to keep spreading the word, because that's what it's gonna take, right? We have a lot of people in the city that are just afraid to take the vaccine. So keep spreading the word about it. You know, I know it's a personal choice, but I think the more people that are trusted in the community that actually took the vaccine, people will do the same. Just want everybody to stay safe. Don't want to have another shutdown, even though we might, but until then, we will continue to have full board meetings right here in this chamber. Thank you. Good night.